Hi guys, it's Dan from Mason Productions, and today it's a Mason Productions first. History's been made. Podcast, three of us, Tyler and Sarah.
Aloha.
We are going to be discussing our most recent ventures. So we've had some proms, we've had some performances, we've had some parties, and basically because we are the three people that are mostly involved, it's only right that we all sat down to discuss it. First of all, don't moan that the camera's off centre. It was so that we could get all three people in without it looking awkward. Now that I've got that out of the way.
Just had to clear that one up, did you?
How you been, Tyler?
Yeah, it's been good, mate.
Been good? Sarah, you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You woken up yet?
Nope.
So, in the most recent weeks, people know that we've had a couple of proms because me and Sarah touched on it. Tyler was involved in a prom. I've done 2, Tyler's done 1. We've also done Performing Arts of Peterborough.
Yeah.
And we've done some parties. And I think that's it.
Yeah, it was more a charity event.
Oh, and we did a charity event. I knew that there was something else. And we did a charity event. Mm-hmm. So, I think with all three people here, how did the proms go?
Well, I touched on this a little bit in the last episode. Apart from certain incidents that happened towards the end of my prom, the first one, it was being the first one that I actually ever done. It was a great experience for me, being under the control of people I don't know. I know I had Alfie, another person involved in the business, with me, who did know the people at the prom and everything. But for me, it was a new experience of being surrounded by people I didn't know, telling them how to stand, trying to have the confidence to get those photos I know I wanted and that they'd be happy with. So it was an intriguing first step to that for me. Overall, I really liked how it went. The only improvements I would say would be the entrances. I found myself struggling on that because the positioning.
But that wasn't necessarily your fault. I think that was a slight oversight from the organisers.
Yeah, I mean, for starters, the first problem we had was the location. It was pretty much next to a busy road.
It was in the city centre. They'd rented a pub, and they didn't think about how people were going to get to the place to have photos taken on entry. So we had to sort of switch the way that we wanted to do it.
It was a last-minute change and the organiser we was meant to be speaking to didn't actually turn up until after the entrance was already there. So me and Alfie kind of had to think on our feet and pretty much had to do an entrance where they just came in. I had about 3 seconds because they kind of came in and there was like bang. There was that window of opportunity and then it gets messed up especially because the lens I had as well.
Oh God, there's a fly, guys, and it is driving me insane. Just fuck off. Carry on.
Thank you. One thing I did struggle with was, like we've spoke about before with equipment, was the autofocus. I found pretty difficult, especially when I had to take I hardly had any time to get a good shot of them coming in.
Yeah.
But other than that, the actual headshots where we had set up lighting and everything went nice and smooth. The spreadsheet and the scheme that you guys used on your last prom went smoothly for us as well. And overall, the photos, as we've seen, have came out really nicely. I was happy with them until the very end of the prom. As we've touched on before, my lens and my camera broke on the same night, which wasn't the luckiest break for me. But
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, the Nikon D5000.
Sarah, we'll start off with the proms. How did you think all proms went as a whole? I know that we've already done about how our first prom went, so you can sort of skim over the first one, but as all three, how do you think they went?
I think the second one was much better.
For us, yeah.
I think on a whole, they've done really well. Hampton was harder because we knew no one.
We didn't even know any of the staff.
Didn't know any of the staff, didn't know any of the kids. It was in a different we went to the school and it wasn't actually at the school. They'd forgot to tell us
Yeah,
that it was
so
at somewhere
the
else.
guide forgot to tell us where the actual location was, so we just made an assumption that it would be
It
at the
was at the
school.
school, but
Luckily,
it
there was a caretaker on site who went, "Oh
yeah.
no, it's actually at this place."
I remember that message that Alfie said, is like, oh, they've gone to the wrong location. We just started worrying, going, oh no, what's gone wrong?
So, but
I think it went. But then they need to have better communication because we missed a lot of their welcome
they
photos
didn't
because
tell
they didn't
us
tell
that.
us what time.
So we got told that arrivals were at 7.
Mm-hmm.
So we got out there for 10 to 7.
Yeah,
and there's already
everyone was
people there, and nobody said, "Oh, Dan, the first people are arriving. Do you want to take some photos?"
Yeah.
It was towards the very, we call the mid to last lot, but that's something that is their first prom as well, and that's also something for us to learn, that when you're with us or when we have a second person helping, right, you need to be talking to the staff, and maybe that's one of the things that on the night we say, when the first people are turning up, you need to let us know real quick so we can get the photos.
Yeah.
So that's something that we learned. What else do you think went well, / how do you overall think they went?
I think for us to do better next time is that we need a list of kids rather than me standing typing their name into the spreadsheet, because you ended up having quite a big queue of people.
Yeah.
But if we said to the school, could we have just a list of
all of the people that are going
to the prom, and I can just put it on a spreadsheet. Doesn't mean they have to buy a photo, but it's easy to go up and down a spreadsheet than trying to type their name in.
Yeah, my name's Stefan. All right, Stefan. And if it's enough, I'll go to S, find Stefan.
So I think
brilliant. And if they don't then buy a photo, we can just put NA across their rows.
Yeah.
Well, it allows us to lay out the spreadsheet a little bit more clearly, and instead of having to search, it's pretty much like a list. You're like, okay, that one done.
I think that's what we'll do next time, and I think the photos turned out really well. It's just making sure that you're having. We found with all 3 proms, I've missed a couple of photos off. But it's making sure
when
that
sending them off to our printer, company.
Someone's with us to go through them, and it's not just my pair of eyes. It's actually having another pair, just to help.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, I think they went really well.
I think they all
feedback was really good from them.
So we're booked in for. We haven't got Stamford's, but we've got both Hamptons next year. Fisher is probably a given. Stamford is probably a given. So yeah, overall we're at 3 proms. We've already got 2 booked next year, haven't we?
Yeah.
Are we going to touch on your little mishap, so it's not just me?
I crashed my drone.
Oh, come on, let's talk about. Yeah.
So I thought, as it was that school's first prom, I thought it was a nice gesture to give them a free photo of every single student and staff member that decided to turn up at the prom. I got a bit excited and crashed my drone into a willow tree.
I think the lesson is that for you need to be flying above trees.
So also, 2 days ago I was filming for a mini documentary that I'm making for farming, and crashed my drone into a tree, and I'm now having to send it off to get it repaired. And Tyler had to climb to the top of this very tall tree that is taller than buildings to get my drone out of the tree.
And it wasn't. The thing is, when we say stuck in the tree, it wasn't just attached to like an end of a branch. It was literally hugging against the trunk at the top of the tree, which I don't know how you managed to get. But
that's just lessons for the future.
Lessons for the future.
Above a tree. Stop.
Or just making sure that we're aware of our surroundings properly. I was more engrossed in getting the right shot than I was about what was around me.
I think as well is when it comes to manual drone shots rather than the quick shots we have the access to, it's that trying to maintain that stable stick control so you don't jolt it and mess the whole shot up. You're so focused on getting that nice curvature, catching the sunset, you had no idea the tree was going to be there. So
yeah, and then something that I can't comment on, but we then went on to do your mum's 60th party. Some people may go, oh, that's not a real event. We got asked to do the photos, and yes, it's somebody that we know. But it was an event that we did technically get booked for. And that was just
experience, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was just natural shots of people at the party. And I think it went well.
Yep.
The photos turned out well, your mum's happy with them. From the back of that, we literally have had a message to say that we are wanted for somebody's wedding off the back of that one thing. So we're doing something right.
Yep.
And then after that, we then got
Got asked to do the Peterborough Performing Arts.
so the
take
Perfita.
photos.
So that was a case of we did it for free, but we did it so that we could show them that we're better than their current photographer.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So we got asked, can you do better photos than the guy that we currently have? We went, of course we can. We're Mason Productions. We went there and we showed them, and now we've been booked for their future events. Sorry to the guy that's lost his job on that one, but that's business.
It is indeed.
We did the photos
And
for
she was
free.
really happy with
She was really happy with every single
shots
photo,
and-
portraits that we did, the live action of the performance. She really enjoyed. She loved every single photo that we've done. And then on to our latest event.
Yeah, we
What
sponsored
was-
a table at the Booby Ball in Spalding for raising awareness for. They did it for breast cancer and teenage cancer. So we sponsored a table, and then they asked us to go and just do some natural photography of people arriving.
I think we
The
will
speeches.
slowly not dominate, but they had a photographer that was for the Free Press. They had a photographer that was doing portraits, and then they had us who were doing natural shots.
The thing is, with the Free Press, you'll never get that
No,
gig as such
But
because they're the Free
the
Press.
person
and
that
the
does
paper.
the portraits
Yeah.
long term, his equipment is so far ahead of us, but long term would be something that we'd also.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
as
yeah.
well, is the Booby Balls only happen every 2 years, so there's enough time to
Oh, absolutely.
build
I
things
thought it was
up.
every year.
Nope.
It's just because of COVID that they didn't
No.
do it.
Did you know what equipment you actually had, out of curiosity?
Yes and no.
In general terms.
So he had like a weird. So he had his camera hooked up as we do, but to our laptops. His went to like this red box,
And it's like shooting the picture at the bottom.
and it was like
It was
a
a computer
printer.
in it. And the
So it
printer
printed
in it.
as he took the photo?
No. So
Oh,
it went
okay.
onto a
Still chose
screen.
them.
So it went onto a screen, and then this red thing had like a little select thing.
Okay.
And his assistant then went, "Do you like this photo? No. Do you like this photo? Yeah." She'd then click this button, and then it'd print it out at the bottom of it. But it was like a big screen.
So it needs to do a bit of research on what
Yeah.
it was. Cause it was
But it was
quite
cool.
That is cool.
I imagine it's hefty expensive,
that-
but it looked.
That is one thing we were speaking on before, wasn't it? Getting a wireless printer, because the one thing that we thought would entice people more into doing these proms and things like that was something that allows us to print at the event rather than taking notes down. Because it will not only save us in spreadsheet work, but it will allow us to. Because if they can get the print there and
The
there,
moment
I
that
think
we do
it-
that, our
the-
prints go up in
I
cost
think
by
it's
about
when
tenfold.
you like for Hampton, they want it for nice and cheap for the kids. For the sixth form, they probably wanted them printed on the night. So
Yeah.
that's where if that one's again the same night, we say, well, the upfront cost would be nothing for them. We would try and make our money through
yeah,
difficult.
£10 a photo.
But yeah, your photo is basically going to 10 quid a photo.
yeah, no, but that's a choice. That's a choice. You can either order it, which is more cost effective for us, but if they want that option, it will cost more.
Yeah.
So we won't be like a
Yeah,
massive
but that's
deficit.
your selling point, isn't it? You
Yeah.
say to them, "I can if you want to print on the night, or if you want to pay the £100 or whatever we charge upfront cost plus."
But no, overall, it's been very busy couple of weeks for all three of us. Sarah, bless her, uploading everything onto the socials,
Yeah.
replying to people, getting us booked in for more
Absolutely.
things. Tyler has also potentially got some drone work for a local
Yeah, so
Pub?
yeah,
for
it's
like a pub.
local pub. Yeah, I didn't expect it to come my way, but I possibly could be doing some not more of a. It's more of a advertisement purposes to get their pub out there, because recently the Crown's been taken over by a new couple that have actually been going there for donkey's
Yeah.
years.
I didn't realise going off topic, sorry guys, this is a very local thing. They were going to sell it and turn it into flats.
Yeah, they were.
And
There was
then
a gay couple that owned it before that.
yes, and they sold it. They wanted to sell it, turn it into flats, and then the people that own it now, their dad drinks in there a lot.
Yeah, no, they've been going there for honestly. It's one of them things where whenever you go in there, they have a specific table for their group.
Yeah.
like you never don't see them in there. Like every weekend they're in there.
So they said that they didn't want to see a local pub that has been a big part of the
Yeah, go to
community
waste, so they
go
took-
to waste. So
they
they took it on. So
they took
I hope
it
that
on,
goes
yeah.
well for them. And in the process of them rebuilding, we're now a part of that.
Yeah, and hopefully, if things go well with that, we can try and get like business cards put in there and promote the business more. So like we've got the local community in Holbeach that are aware of us and things like that.
But we are getting bigger and bigger. We're getting people reaching out to us.
Oh yeah.
Overall, I would say that because of all of our recent ventures, we have grown a lot quicker than what we thought. But our Facebook over the last 28 days... Yeah, tell us what it is. So over the last 28 days, it's gone up something silly, like 400%.
400%. There's one that's 82%, and there's one that's 400%.
That there, and go to Insights. So our Facebook has gone up... So, okay, let me just go. So our Facebook engagement, our page itself has gone up 912%.
That's ridiculous.
In the last 28 days. Our page has been viewed by 5,300 people.
I think most of that is in the last sort of you can see like
from the booty ball.
27th of July onwards.
Instagram is up 81%.
That's quite good for Instagram because it is a bit of a strange...
Yeah.
So Facebook page visits is up 500%.
That's gone up. That was 400 before.
Instagram profile visits is up 112%. New Facebook likes is up 100%. New Instagram followers is up 266%. So that there shows you... Thank you for that. That there shows you our... Progression.
Yeah.
I think actually it's posting more and more people being engaged in the posts and actually posting more than one photo. We went through a stage of only posting one
we
photo.
learned that by doing our
post 5,
research.
and then over the weekend, because the booby ball was this time last weekend,
we've
done
the wave
Friday,
of that.
Saturday, Sunday, 2 posts a day of 10 photos.
And we've rode the wave of that motherfucker.
And then
it has paid off.
And we've
so
still
much.
got so many that we can just sort of drip feed in every now and then.
So then, like, towards the end of the month, when it's been a month, we can say, another thank you or more awareness,
well,
go
I
donate.
know how much they've raised now, so the next one can be sort of an appreciation post to say how much they've
so
raised.
like we're always planning, and it's been great to be a part of so many amazing things. We're only getting bigger. We've actually got something booked in for next Saturday where we're taking photos of puppies.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I can't wait for that.
So we are.
And then you've got that one in December where we're doing a snooker tournament. That's something completely new.
And we're doing the performing arts again in December.
Both on the same day. So.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Tyler isn't around, I don't think, are you?
No, I think it falls on a weekend where I'm full.
It's alright because in the day it's headshots and at night.
Well, if not, I will have to message. I will have to message the photographer that lives locally, and she's starting out as well.
Who?
She's not getting free advertisement on the podcast, but I also can't remember her name.
Oh, right.
That is the only struggle with having a full-time job as well as trying to do it.
Yes.
Like, a lot of the time it's been frustrating for me because I get a weekend off every other weekend.
Yeah.
When it falls on a weekend where there's stuff going on and I'm in, because it turns out, I mean, on my birthday as well, which is also great, really nice. A full weekend that I'm in on my birthday is also when I could be doing stuff for the business, which is highly frustrating. And because it's December month, there's not a good chance I'll be able to put that off.
Because it'll be busy. But and then in January we have a wedding.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's been busy.
What we need to remember is that it is busy, but there's a reason behind it. So this month has been so busy socially for me and you.
Yeah.
Plus the business, so we haven't really seen each other. We've been tired, but actually there is a reason behind what we're doing.
And that is for financial freedom, for happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
go on holiday, do what we want.
This is the first weekend we haven't done anything, but it's actually
first weekend in about a month.
Well, it's been a month.
It's been nice and chill. It was a nice Saturday.
It's been a nice weekend, and we've got a week off together.
We have, yeah. We've got a few things planned, haven't we?
So it'll be nice.
Sorry.
What did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
But no, right. Is there anything that anybody else wants to touch on?
No, I think for the last 6 months it's been quite successful, hasn't it? It's grown in the way I didn't actually think it would grow the way it did, or has done.
I had a plan. I had a plan in my head. We're executing it well. The plan changes, and people don't know that plan, but I have a plan in my head and we are executing it. It's not about just... It's about trial and error as well, but it's about making sure that, you know, we didn't upload on Facebook or Instagram for a very long time, and I did that process time to think about what we needed to upload, how we needed to upload it. You know, like the booby ball, we got them photos turned around to the end user within a day.
Just the video left to do, but you're going to do that tomorrow.
And then I knew that it was going to be a big event.
Yeah.
So we just rode the wave of them. Same with the proms. We've got to ride the wave of them.
Just making sure you tag the right people. I didn't even put any hashtags on those ones that have gone up. It's literally just tagging the booby ball. So like that, I'd also like to say a big thank you to anybody that has supported us along the way.
Yep,
it's been really nice, the amount of support that we've had. Thank you if you've booked us, looked at booking us. We're very approachable. We normally reply fairly quickly as well. Considering
if anyone does reply, it'll be me.
Yeah, so don't think that, it is Sarah who talks on the socials. But no, thank you guys as well. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So big thank you as well, or it would be a big struggle for me. Thank you very much, Tyler, for helping on the proms and helping with ideas and clubbing in and giving up your own days and free time.
100%.
And thank you, Sarah, for putting up.
Yeah, massive thank you.
Putting up with stressed Dan when I've want things being paid or this happening, why hasn't this happened, and blah blah blah. But no, thank you very much for being a part.
Why do we have to go out?
so on the anniversary we can get a card saying like world's best PA.
Yeah, but no, it's nice to reflect and have some really nice memories already, and we're only 8 months into our journey, and things are only going to get better. So it has been Dan from Mason Productions
and Tyler from Mason Productions.
And Sarah.
Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace. Boom.